Good afternoon. It's September 2nd, 2011, Friday. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. With just 9 days left until my epic journey begins, I wanted to take a moment and submit a personal video. It's been a while, and I think it's time that I step away from all the busy part of this epic journey and thank everyone. I first want to thank my family, my sister Sunshine, my brother Jerry, my niece Rosa, and her husband DJ, and her children Jamie, Sean, and Dean. I also want to thank Tim and Danielle. I also want to thank, from the deepest part of my heart, my daughter Katie, who has recently found me about 6 weeks ago. That's a story within itself. But she has filled that hole in my heart that I've had for many years. I want to thank my close friend Chrissy and Cheryl and all my friends at Target. All my Target team members. You're like family to me. And you've been behind me 100% since I announced my plans to make this walk. I started planning this walk in July of 2010. And some of you have been on board since day one. Most of you have come on board since then. And like I have told many of you, I know that I'm the boots on the ground doing this walk. But I also know in my heart of hearts that not one single step would mean anything if it were not for your kindness, your caring hearts, your hospitality, your continued support, and your incredible prayers from each and every one of you. Many of you have stepped up to the plate and have gone above and beyond the call of duty to assist me to make this walk a true success. Some of you have donated gear. You sent sleeping bags, boots, camping gear. Some of you have given the gift of cash. I can't thank you enough. I know that this walk would not be a success if it were not for you. Let me also make a point that at no time do I want anyone to think that this walk is self-serving, because it's not about me at all. I'm just simply a vessel with a message. Yes, when you hear about my walk in newspapers and on television and on the radio and on the internet, I'm the face you're going to see. I'm the person that will be pulling the cart, walking these 15,000 miles. But again, I'm just simply a vessel with a message. It's got nothing to do with me. Yes, I served as a U.S. Marine, but I'm just one of millions of people that have served. So at no time do I want anyone to think that I'm self-serving in what I'm doing. When I started planning this walk, I decided then to dedicate the rest of my existence to helping veterans. And not just those that have fought, that are fighting now in this current conflict, but those that have fought in past conflicts. World War I, the Civil War, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, and every other conflict that's we've ever engaged in. I'm fighting for all of you. Because in my heart, if you served, then I see you as a brother and a sister. We may not agree on every other front. We may have different political opinions. We may have different religious opinions. But when it comes to being a veteran, in my eyes, we're brothers and sisters, and I'm making this walk for you. I'm making this walk to bring attention to those that have served and became wounded. And not all wounds are visible. I'm also making this walk for those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. My heart truly goes out to those families that in any conflict have lost a loved one. Every step I take is for every veteran. I'm honored to make this walk. Now to address those naysayers. I've been told that I should be kind when I say this, so I'm going to inject some tact here. Over the last 14 months or so, some people have approached me, never in person, never on a phone call. It's either in a text message or a Facebook email that they're against what I'm doing, or they think I'm this con artist, or that this has never been done before. I've even been called an old fat man, that I'm never going to make it. I say to you, for those of you that doubt what I'm doing, I would just agree to disagree that it can be done. That you can't see inside my heart. You don't know what motivates me. So to you I say, impossible is not a fact. It's an opinion. I also want to share a story with those naysayers. Actually, this story goes on to everyone. Some months back, I had the honor of appearing at a Some Gave All biker rally. Now that organization is phenomenal. While I was attending this biker rally, I met a veteran who had lost both his legs from the kneecaps down, and he was wearing high-tech prosthetics. And I approached him out of the crowd, and his wife was standing next to him. And I shook his hand. I told him who I was. I told him what I was doing and why I was doing it. And I looked him dead in the eye and I said, when you walk away from this today, if you forget anything else, remember this, that you're my hero. You give me inspiration to make this walk. I know that I'm going to have blisters. I know that pain is coming. I'm going to get bumps and bruises and cuts and scrapes. I'm going to be cold and hot and lonely and miserable and tired and hungry and thirsty. I know all of that's coming. I know it. But when those days come and I don't feel like taking another single step, I'm going to stop for a moment and think back to you. And you have to get up every single day and put your legs on. What in the world can I complain about? My feet hurt? I can't make up an excuse not to make this walk. So in this video, to you naysayers, and again to everyone else, I pledge this. Whether I'm beaten, battered, bleeding, or bruised, I will cross that finish line in Arlington, Virginia. Now, I think it's going to take me 4 years. It could take me 10 years. But I will cross that finish line, even if it's on my hands and knees. For those of you that doubt what I'm doing, for those of you that have shot disrespectful emails to me, or text messages, or called me an old fat man, just sit back and watch me. And as far as being old and fat, I am 50, There's an old saying, I may not be as young as I used to be, but I'm surely not as old as I'm going to be. As far as being fat, yes, I have some pounds on me. I have about 25 unwanted pounds that I'm sure I'm going to lose in the 15,000 miles that I'll be walking. So for those naysayers, I don't hate you. I disagree with what you're saying, and I respect your opinion, even though I disagree with it. Just sit back and watch. In the time that I started planning this walk, it's been 13 or 14 months, I've had to make some changes. I've had to adapt or change or modify my departure date a couple of times. The same thing with my route. I've changed my domain name a couple of times. This is all groundbreaking for me. But the one thing that's never changed is my mission. I've always stayed the course because I believe my motto to myself is, falling down doesn't make you a failure, staying down does. And in the history of the military, people like General MacArthur and General Patton, I'm sure in their position of command, they've had to adapt and modify plans before, yet they still got the mission accomplished. I'll accomplish this mission. No doubt about it. I don't care how long it takes me. I've dedicated my last dying breath to helping every veteran that I can. And it's true. I may not be able to help everybody everywhere, but I'm going to help somebody somewhere. In closing, I want to thank everyone again that's come on board. And whether you gave something small or you gave something big, or whether you're the many people that are going to open your home to me when I come through your town to give me a warm bed, a hot shower, and a hot meal. Whether you're just someone who's simply spreading the word, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. The inspirational words and motivation and love you have sent my way is off the charts. I had hoped when I started planning this last year that some people would have heard about it and some help would have come on board. I never imagined the amount of people that have come forward. I started with 0 people on my Facebook page, and now I'm over 3,000. There's been over 3,000 visitors on my website, and I haven't even started the walk yet. So thank you again. My hope is that I can meet each of you on my walk, if not most of you, to shake your hand, to hug you, and thank you for what you're doing for me. So again, thank you. I love you all, and I will not let you down. Thanks again. God bless, and Semper Fi.